Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Season 4 Stadium Series game between the San Francisco Flight and the Washington Nationals. I'm DMP, and alongside me is Builder Matthews. We apologize for the lengthy delay in getting this game set up and ready to go. It was supposed to happen not this past Sunday, but the Sunday before. And the stadium just wasn't quite ready yet, but I and to a smaller extent, Build have spent the past week basically doing nothing but working on this arena. So it is ready now, and we're just about to get underway for what could be an important game for both of these teams. Taking a look at how the standings are faring throughout the league. Do you mind if do you care which side I goes first?
Go ahead, buddy. Whichever you feel.
Okay. Let's start with the PPG Paints Conference because it's not quite as big, but taking a look at the PPG Paints, we got the Quebec City Bandits sitting in first with 14 points. They're 7-1-0. The New Orleans Wildcats are in second, 5-3-0 for 10 points. St. Louis Cyclones are in third. They're 4-3-1 for 9 points. The Lonely Fencers are in fourth for 4-3-1, also with 9 points. And the tiebreaker between them and St. Louis goes to regulation wins. The Lonely Fencers and San Francisco Flight play tonight. Not play tonight, never mind, I'm stupid. The Lonely Fencers are in fourth, 4-3-1, 9 points. San Francisco plays tonight against the Washington Nationals. They are 3-3-1 for a total of 7 points, sitting in fifth. Sixth place is the Copperopolis Crew, who are 2-3-3 for 7 points. San Francisco has the spot thanks to regulation wins. And then the Amsterdam Red Bull are in seventh place, 3-5-0 for 6 points. The Chua City Dragons round out the PPG Paints Conference in eighth. They are 2-6-0 for 4 points. The important thing to note out of the PPG Paints Conference is the fact that the San Francisco Flight, who play tonight, are sitting in fifth place in that conference. If they win this game tonight, they will move into the fourth place spot in the conference and the last playoff spot. So an important night for them. But it's an even more important night over in the Southwest Airlines Conference, as the Tampa Bay Ilves sit atop that conference, 6-1-1 for 13 points. Clearwater is in second, 6-2-0 for 12 points. The Indy Motorheads are 5-3-0 for 10 points. The New York Liberties are in fourth. They are 4-3-1 for 9 points, tied with the Boston Riptide and the Vancouver Outlaws. The tiebreaker between the Liberties and Riptide goes to an extra regulation win going the direction of the New York Liberties. And I'm not quite sure what the tiebreaker is between the Boston Riptide and the Vancouver Outlaws, but
Boston has a win over them.
Boston beat them, that's right. They are in fifth. Sixth place, the Vancouver Outlaws, as already mentioned. Then we find the Washington Nationals sitting in seventh place tonight. Did you delete the thing on the top?
No, I did not.
It got deleted.
Didn't do that. Don't know.
Oh, wait, no, I'm stupid. Never mind. I'm in Shift P, so I can fly through it anyway.
Nice.
Never mind. I'm smart.
Good on you.
I swear.
Good on you. Would you like me to explain Washington's situation right now?
No, I am going to explain it.
Okay.
But Washington 4-3-0, 8 points. They're in seventh. The Detroit Royals are 1-6-1. They finally got their first win of the season a week or so ago against the St. Louis Cyclones. So that is a good job for them. But as you mentioned, the Washington Nationals have a very, very interesting situation. Washington sits behind 3 teams who are 1 point ahead of them. If the Washington Nationals can win this game tonight, that would put them at 10 if they can win in any fashion, but they must win and get 2 points. They pass the New York Liberties, they pass the Boston Riptide, and they pass the Vancouver Outlaws for 4th place. But it doesn't stop there, because they have played the Indianapolis Motorheads, and I believe the tiebreaker is that they beat them. And so they would move into 3rd place with a win tonight. So it is of utmost importance for the Washington Nationals to win the game tonight. I don't know why, but I can't move.
The loss of any loss, whether overtime or regulation, they remain in 7th. So if they win in any fashion, they move to 3rd inside of a playoff spot. If they lose in any fashion, they stay where they are. There we go. And even an overtime loss does not move them up in the standings.
So there's a lot of stakes on the line. For the Washington Nationals, a win puts them in 3rd, but a loss keeps them in 7th. For San Francisco, a win puts them in the last playoff spot. So it's 2 teams on the outside looking in, hopeful that a win tonight can put them into the playoffs. With all that preamble out of the way, I think it's time we dim the lights and send things down to the field for this time, instead of ice level, where we got pregame introductions. With that, the lighting comes back on, and we are set and ready to go for the Stadium Series game. This is also a rematch of the Season 3 final, and the Washington Nationals would definitely like to get a win back against the Flight after losing to them in the Season 3 final. Tomas Hertl, oh wait, no, they threw in Clayton Keller at the last second, but we're underway. And the Nationals get it into the offensive zone early, but Tyler Johnson digs it out and clears it down the length of the ice. Sam Bennett to the boards, and it is out. 18:52 to go in the first. We'll go back to center ice, draw it up again. Nats will send one in that ends up wide. So Justin Schultz works it around. Shot, score! I think we might need to take a look at this one. I want to take a look.
Yeah, me too. So this thing better get under review here. I'm just gonna open up Metal and look at it myself. It looked good from my angle. I'm also gonna look at the broadcast angle too.
This would be in captures.
It's actually hard to tell from my angle.
Because
it might have went through the post, but with the goalie in the way, I can't tell.
I think I'm gonna have the same issue, but we'll take a look.
Oh, I can see it in the net legally, but I don't know if it went through the post or not. That's the only question. I can see the puck in the net legally, but the question is there's no evidence that it went in legally.
So, as always, I'm a little behind.
I'll just show the... Let me just go display capture here.
Here, I'll share my screen. It's hard for me because I don't have the ability to slow it down like frame by frame on this computer. But it looked to me, the reason that I even thought of taking a look at this goal and calling it back was it looked like the puck was gonna go wide, but it's... Yeah. Let me know when you have it pulled up.
I'm trying to get it right now.
Take a look at this.
1 second.
There's also the fact that it goes right through the back of the net.
There we go. That's what I'm looking for. So, I have it pulled up on the stream here. It's pretty hard to tell. I can see it in the net legally. The fact that it's in the net legally, that's not a problem. The problem is I can't tell. Let me see.
Well, the thing that I'm kind of looking for is not necessarily does it go through the post, because the hitbox is kind of quirky there. It's does it go wide of the post and in.
Yes, and that's what I can't tell because the goalie is in the way. I almost...
Oh, I pulled up the stream here. Because the trajectory to me kind of seems like... Because what I'm kind of trying to look at is what's the angle at which it's going, and it kind of breaks into the crease there.
It does.
So
you can see it would be right there. It would have went in.
So kind of the angle it's going at, I think this goes in.
It's hard to tell. The thing is, though, we don't have evidence that it does go in legally. That's the problem. We really need better nets.
Yeah.
That's the problem. I mean, it does go. It looks like it goes into the crease. Yeah, I'm inclined to say this does go in legally, actually. Because, like, just looking at it, yeah. Because it goes into the crease super early. If it was any later, like if the puck was down here, I would have said it went to the side. But it's so early in the crease, it would have passed through legally. And then looking at it right there, it's kind of towards the middle of the net. So I'm inclined to say that is a good call.
There we go. Just in time, I got my recording back. And so it is 1-0 Flight off an early goal. San Francisco's got it again in the offensive zone. However, it is cleared out. Could this go down? This looks like it might go. It's off the side. Lawson Krause just missed. Oh my goodness. Pavelski gets the goal. The assist, rather. And it is cleared out. Directed by the stick of Lord Stanley. San Francisco shoots, misses the net. Comes back to Lawson Krause. Lost it. Mo. San Francisco clears all the way down. Where it'll be played by Tyler Johnson. Held in the zone. San Francisco sends it wide. And that looks like it is out of play, so we get a whistle with 14:33 to go. And back to center ice. San Francisco sends it in. Panarin behind the net. Gives to Sebastian Aho. Worked around. Cleared out now, and it is Jacob Vrana. Gives to Artem Zub. Into the offensive zone comes Washington. Cleared out and out of play. 12:39 remains in the first period. Sent in, shot, score! And that one will count. Can't confirm it went in legally. And this one looks to be Sebastian Aho. And it's 2-0 Flight.
What a shot right off the faceoff. That was Clayton Keller-esque. Off the far board, beats the goalie. The game didn't pick up it went in at first. I don't even think the game was expecting it to go in. Bounces off the back of the goalie and back in. 2-0 San Francisco early.
So the sensor to trigger the goal is inside the goal, and I think that the puck actually went in without triggering it and triggered it on the bounce back, which is incredible. It's 2-0 San Francisco early, but there's still plenty of time as Washington sends it in. I think that would be his second of the year, Sebastian Aho.
Yep, Aho's got both goals tonight.
And San Francisco cleared again. Washington sent in. It bounces off of Markstrom. So Washington gets their first shot of the game.
I lied. Both Sebastian Ahos have scored. Number 28 and number 20.
So far, so good for San Francisco. Washington can't get past the defenseman, Sebastian Aho. There's a forward and a defenseman for the San Francisco Flight. Now the Nats do get it in. Sebastian Aho toward his own goal. Directs it away from trouble. And out of play. I should also mention that this is the second time the Washington Nationals have played in an outdoor game. The first time was Nationals Park last season against the New Orleans Wildcats. And the Nationals won that game, I believe, 2-1. Oh, shot, score! The Nats are on the board! Just like that, they're back in it!
What a shot right from the corner. I mean, unbelievable. That was legal, folks. We saw it here firsthand. What a shot. picks the corner, takes a lucky bounce, but it ends up in the back of the net, and the Nats have cut this lead to 1. What a shot.
Nationals played the Wildcats in their last outdoor game, and what I was saying is they know how to win. They won that game, I believe, 2-1. So San Francisco might have a bit of a uphill battle in this one, getting used to playing outside. And 2 plays there go out of play. Boards are a little different here outside, so that may be having an effect on how many times the puck has gone out. We'll see. A chance! Oh, into the crease! Goal! Washington's tied it! Dmitry Orlov! We are even! What a first period!
Holy, that didn't take very long, folks. After 2 early goals, there must have been a defensive or offensive strategy switch on the coaching side of things. And just like that, the Nats have tied it. Offensive pressure right off the draw once again. A couple lucky bounces for the Nats, and this thing's all knotted at 2s. What a start.
Both teams starting strong here in period 1. And into the offensive zone comes San Francisco. Marc-Edouard Vlasic gave it to Tyler Johnson. Shot there goes wide. Artem Zub was waiting for it. Picked up by face-off man Clayton Keller, who had that infamous goal in Season 1. Cleared out. Oh, just wide of the Washington net. San Francisco almost tied it. Burakovsky bringing it back in. Burakovsky, excuse me. And now it is Marc-Edouard Vlasic. Flight dump it in. Rimmed around, cleared out now, and down the length of the ice, where it is played by John Scott, who actually played at Levi Stadium outside for the San Jose Sharks in the NHL in 2015 when they played the LA Kings here and lost 2-1. Evgeny Kuznetsov brings it in for Washington. And Justin Schultz clears it. Chance! San Francisco's chance. Save! The rebound off the poles! Vanacek had the first one, and he thinks his iron for the second. And Washington can't clear the zone. Out front, San Francisco, missed the net wide, and it's cleared all the way out and down to be played by Marc-Edouard Vlasic. And that will do it for period 1.
Take a breath after that one, folks. Holy cow, what an exciting start to the first period. It gets off. The Flight score 2 goals, both by Sebastian Aho. 2 different people, by the way. First one assisted by Joe Pavelski. The second one unassisted. A great start by the Flight, but the Nats just made a slight adjustment to how aggressive they were playing. They were kind of holding back, letting the Flight come to them, and the Flight were completely overwhelming them. The Nats made that little adjustment, and they started getting on the offensive, and it worked wonders. Nats tied the game. We're heading into the second, 2-2.
San Francisco's Tomas Hertl wins the draw and sends it in. He was the leading scorer. I think that, I don't know that he is anymore. At least he's tied for it. Washington got the puck, though, and gets it into the San Francisco zone, and will put it underneath the ice and out of play. Pavelski now to take the draw against Kuznetsov, as both teams send what I believe are their second lines. Chance there, denied by Vitek Vanacek, and the San Francisco Flight have to return to their own zone to recollect it. Sent around, it is Artemi Panarin, and the puck gets taken to the boards. Washington sends it out and down, just wide of Markstrom's net, where it will be played by Jonathan Chichu. To the boards. DeMello now against the wall. Orlov behind the net, battling against Tyler Johnson. Clayton Keller clears it. And now a chance, Jay Theodore, but the puck was a little ahead of him. John Scott now to play it for the Flight. Still in the zone, shot, score! San Francisco takes the lead!
Offensive pressure from the Flight. That's how they got it going in the first period. It was all offensive pressure. Unbelievable. They got it back. They were fighting the Nats in the offensive zone, and they won the puck battles, put it into the net 3-2.
And what a start to this, where San Francisco comes out early in period 2 and regains the lead. Nats have yet to lead in this one, but they can. There's still plenty of time for them to score one. We've seen late game goals scored often in other games this year, and this game I'm sure will be no exception. Puck's out of play again, 14:30 left in period 2. Hurdle sent it in just wide. It comes back into the San Francisco zone, bounces off the backside of the net, and Larry Brown clears it all the way out. It'll come back into the San Francisco zone and skip just wide of Markstrom's cage, where Hurdle is there to pick it up. Jacob Vrana out to the line. Now they do. Now San Francisco does clear. This one's coming back.
Yeah, that one was not a good goal.
I don't even know that we need to review, but just for formality, we will take a look.
I'm going to take a look at it right now. Let me just pull it up here. Here we go. I don't think we're...
Does it get sent? Well, yeah, no, I can already confirm.
Yeah, let me...
This one does not count.
Let me show it on the stream, though.
Because it bounced, because taking a look at this.
Absolutely.
The puck rims around the back side of the net and then takes a funny bounce and goes through the back of the net and triggers the goal.
Yeah,
This goal will not count.
Yep, no goal.
So we come back to center ice. Hurdle and Backstrom. And Washington wins the draw. Cleared out now. Ovechkin, dangerously close. Ovechkin had a goal in last season's Stadium Series. Or it wasn't the Stadium Series, it was the Winter Classic. And now Orlov into the zone for Washington. Brown to the boards. Worked around. Shot! Oh! Save me! Jacob Markstrom! And then it went off the poles! Washington with a glorious chance to tie it!
That one's stuck. That one's stuck. Out of play.
And out. So we'll line him back up. Hurdle wins the draw. Sent in just wide. Washington lost it, but it is brought back in by San Francisco. Carlson gets a good stick on it, but he can't clear it. Back towards the net. Washington sends it around. Sent wide here. Back for Hurdle, and the Flight missed the target. Cleared out and down the length of the ice. It'll be Jacob Markstrom Nicholas Backstrom rather, getting to it. It's Strum in the name.
Close enough, right?
And a chance there for the Flight off the side. Fans have not as easy of a angle to see it. Shot, score!
Unbelievable point shot. Just beats Vanacek. Wasn't in the proper position to try to make that save. The Flight re-extend their lead to 2, but this isn't the first time they've done that. Can Washington answer like they had previously before?
What I was trying to say is that the fans don't have as easy of a view, so they, because they're a little further away, so they might not know when a shot is quite as close, but they'll definitely have seen that one as it went in. Washington sent just wide, bounces back out front, and they score! A quick answer back, and it's Evgeny Kuznetsov getting one back for Washington.
Just like we saw the last time the Flight took a 2-goal lead, Washington answers instantaneously. No surprise here, Washington readjusts, and now it's 4-3. These two teams know each other very well from last season's Stanley Cup Finals. No surprise, Washington's able to come back real quick.
Off the draw, San Francisco gets it back in. We'll see if Washington can tie it a second time, or if we've hit a turning point in this one. Hurdle gets it in for San Francisco. He has a goal tonight, so he might have actually taken back the scoring lead for San Francisco. We'll have to see. Held in. That, I believe, is out of play. 4:37 remains in period 2. San Francisco will get it into the offensive zone, as they've done on most of their draws tonight. The problem is they just haven't been able to keep the puck, and Washington's been able to find a way past Markstrom 3 times now, and they're looking for 4. Didn't quite have the angle they wanted, so it is cleared out and down. That one ends up out of play once more. Off the draw, San Francisco again gets it in. Ovechkin, though, got a stick on it, and now Washington will clear. A chance the other way. Shea Theodore had it, lost it. Backstrom working against Panarin. Out to the point, and now cleared for San Francisco. Off the inboards. Dougie Hamilton laying down to make a play, and the Nationals clear it. Takes it to the boards. Flight get it back in. Directed it wide. Out front to the side. Stanley is there. And no play was had. The second's going to come to a close with a score 4-3.
Holy, I thought you had to take a breath after the first period. How about that second period? The Flight put up 2 more to start the period, but the Nats answer instantaneously. Can we see another Nats answer to try to tie this game? Or will maybe the Flight put 2 more up and put this one out of reach? Third period coming up. Shots are 7-7, a very even game. Goals obviously 4-3 in favor of the San Francisco Flight. It may just come down to a bounce or 2 to see whether the Nats are getting back in this game or the Flight are going to take over.
24 in-game seconds separate Tomas Hertl's goal that put the Flight up 4-2 from, so it's 24 seconds separate Hertl's goal, which was the 4th for San Francisco, from Washington's third goal, which in real time is 6 seconds. San Francisco got it in, bounced off the net. Justin Schultz there to make sure nothing troublesome happens. And now it is cleared out. Chance off the side! A great chance for Washington, but it did not go. Cleared out and down. Carlson! Oh, a diving play! Sent it through the crease, and it does not go. Chances at both sides of the ice for both teams all night long. Almost said all season, which would also be true, but tonight has been exceptionally.
Scores! I don't know if DNP's died or what's happened here.
Oh, sorry, I had my mic muted. But it sneaks through Jacob Markstrom, and we are tied!
Bull icer from the Nats. Like I said in intermission, a lucky bounce is all it took. A nice shot from his own end. A lucky bounce maybe off the boards as he was shooting it. Hits the net. 4-4. We are tied once again.
What a game! I was saying that we've seen chances from both teams all night long. We just saw a great chance from Washington that was sent off the side. Then Carlson sent one through the crease that missed. And Washington found a way to get past Markstrom 5-hole to tie the game a second time. San Francisco Flight get it back into the offensive zone. Crowd a little stunned after that tying goal from Washington. And it comes out on the stick of Sam Bennett. Nationals trying to take the lead for the first time in this game. Larson Krause, Drake Batherson lost it. Chance to the side of the net, and it doesn't go. Cleared out now and down. And the Flight can breathe. And they'll get a little extra time to breathe as the puck goes out of play. We will rack them up and do another draw. 12:02 remains in the third. If we are still tied at the end of this period, we will go to continuous overtime, meaning we'll continue doing 20-minute periods until somebody scores. Brought out now by Sergei Fedorov, rimmed around, brought out. It ends up wide of Pavelski's stick, of Vanacek's cage. But now it's brought back. Here's Lord Stanley, for whom the Stanley Cup is named. Lost it. Artemi Panarin gives to Mark Giordano. The Nats hold the line, though. Sent around and cleared. Clayton Keller brings it in for the Flight, and he's the first to play it. Taken to the boards. Sent across for Fedorov. And Burakovsky will clear it for Washington. Tyler Johnson into his own zone. A stick there by Burakovsky trying to keep it in the slot. And now they scrum in the corner. It is brought around by Larry Brown. San Francisco clears it. 6 minutes to go. And it takes the San Francisco bounce into the crease. Vanacek made the save. And Washington clears. Carlson brings it in. John Carlson, that is. William Carlson is on San Francisco. Into the offensive zone. Taken to the boards and out of play. Off the draw, chance there, just wide for San Francisco. Ends up wide at the other end of the ice for Lord Stanley. 4 minutes to go in the third period. Flight dump it in. Lawson Krause is there to get it. If we go back to what we were talking about at the start of the game, standings-wise, both teams have to win if they want to change in the standings. 1 point will not affect them. And it ends up along the boards. Sent in. Bounces out wide. Chance, shot, score! A late period goal! And it's 5-4 San Francisco! I think it's Dylan Amaro!
Storybook. The only thing that would have made more sense is if this thing went to overtime and there's still a chance. Washington, one defensive breakdown the entire period, and San Francisco, the reigning champs, strike. 5-4, 1:52 to play. This thing ain't over yet, though.
Washington still got plenty of time. It took them only 24 seconds to tie it after the fourth goal. Let's see what happens. Off the draw, it's out of play. 1:37 to go in period 3. Kuznetsov. Puck's going the San Francisco direction, and the net is empty as Vanacek comes out of his crease to make a difference. 1 minute to go in period 3. Into the San Francisco zone. A great defensive play. The stick of Mark-Edouard Vlasic gets it out for San Francisco, and I think that might be the game. And it is. San Francisco scores at 1:52 to go in period 3, and they pull off a a Stadium Series win, 5-4 for the Washington Nationals.
Folks, I don't care who you are. Whether you're a Nationals fan, a Flight fan, a Wildcats fan, I don't care who you are. What a game we have just witnessed. 5-4, probably one of the more exciting games we have seen all season long. Definitely the most exciting outdoor game we've seen all season long. We had goals, we had defensive plays, we had saves. Players had to come up big, and players had to come up huge. Only storybook that a late thrilling goal would win this game for the home squad. What a game. Congrats to the San Francisco Flight for winning the Season 4 Stadium Series, but kudos to the Washington Nationals going down by 2 early on but not folding. They came back and they fought. They didn't give up. Went down by 2 again after they tied the game. Came back, tied it up for the second time, but it was a late San Francisco goal that I think really crushed the spirit of the Washington Nationals. Kudos to them. They played a great game, but San Francisco was just one step ahead all night.
The only thing I think that could have made this game better was if it had gone to overtime, but we don't always get the best of everything, and this was a pretty good one. Washington stuck with San Francisco all night long, but it is the Flight who absolutely needed wins because they've had an absolutely abysmal start to the year, dropping 4 in not their first 4 games, but in their first 5 games, not including the first one. And so they have really needed this one to try and get back in for the playoffs. Washington has had some struggles this year too, but there's still plenty of time for them, and they've also got all 8 of their home games at home. San Francisco, this game counts as one of their home games, but it's kind of a wild card. I don't know if you have anything else to add on that, build, but
not much else to add. We'll just give you a quick update on the standings. So with that win, that moves San Francisco into 4th place, currently tied with the St. Louis Cyclones, but the Cyclones beat them in their game earlier this season, meaning they are still behind the Cyclones in the standings. Little Nice has fallen to 5th on the outside looking in. For Nats fans, unfortunately, you will have to stay in 7th place for the time being, 4-4-0, but you're only 1 point behind 4th, 5th, and 6th, and 2 points behind the Indy Motorheads with still half the season left to play. Still plenty of time for the Nationals to get back into this thing. I just want to say we had a great game. Absolutely exciting. Probably the best game we've seen all year long, to be honest. And this was a great event we put on here tonight.
And oh, by the way, this isn't the last outdoor game. There's 2 more. Well, technically 2. It's more like 1. Likely this Sunday we'll see. Depends on on a couple of things. But the Winter Classic may be this Sunday between the visiting St. Louis Cyclones and the hometown Clearwater Threshers. So that'll be an interesting one. But before we get to that game, we've got 7 others as we finally can get a start on Week 9, beginning with our next stream game in Tampere, Finland, where the Quebec City Bandits are taking on the Ilves. The Amsterdam Red Bull then visit Vancouver, followed by the New York Liberties taking on the Little Nice Fencers. Don't mind that. That's fan on the ice who just scored a goal. And that's likely to change some things. The New York Liberties are in Week 10 or Week 9 taking on the Little Nice Fencers. Boston Riptide are going to be in Chulo City, where the Dragons are looking for their 3rd win of the season. Copperopolis Crew take on the Washington Nationals. And the Indy Motorheads visit the New Orleans Wildcats. Then the San Francisco Flight take on the Detroit Royals. And Detroit wants their 2nd win on the air. And finally, rounding out the schedule is the St. Louis Cyclones taking on the Clearwater Threshers in the Winter Classic. And all of those games will be an interesting watch. Thanks so much for tuning in. We hope you enjoyed the Season 4 Stadium Series. I've been Dean P, and alongside me has been Builder. Man, this, as always, takes longer to build than it does to actually play, but it was well worth the wait. 5-4 your final score. We'll see you next time for Quebec at Tampa Bay. Thanks for watching. Take care, everybody.